Hello. I want to make something clear. Every time we post, every time we go live, every time we're doing anything on these apps, we need to be getting paid. We need to be building our business, okay? We're not doing anything for free anymore, not in 2026. If you are not getting paid for your content and your products, we have a serious problem that we have to fix today, okay? Something else I want you guys to understand is this, ladies. We need to be generating income while we are asleep. We're trying to get out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle. We're trying to get out of the hustle culture. We want a soft life, okay? If you are not making money while you are asleep, we are doing something wrong and we need to fix it today, okay? Not tomorrow, not next year. We got to fix it today. Something else I want you ladies to understand is this. Good morning. You only need just one digital product to sell. See, a lot of you guys get overwhelmed because you think you need 50 ebooks. No ma'am, no sir. You only need one. And that one product that you choose to create and sell will literally change your entire life. How do I know this? Good morning. Because my digital product business changed mine. You guys, I have been doing this full time for 6 years, okay? And when I first started, I lost 100 pounds. I was a very big girly, okay? And on my weight loss journey, I learned how to eat right, I learned how to exercise, and I also changed my mindset. And so what I did was I put all that information that I learned in my ebook and I sold it to other people who also wanted to learn how to lose weight. And I promoted it on YouTube, okay? So anything, and I mean anything, that you want to do, good morning, I promise you, you can do. But the problem with you is you live in fear. Poor baby. I'm gonna teach you, queen. You live in fear. On my life, fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. See, you are so fearful of putting yourself out there and looking stupid. You are so fearful of failure. You are so fearful of people talking about you. And all of these fears that you have is what keeps you trapped. It keeps you stuck. Some of y'all had business ideas from 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago. Still ain't did it since. Why? Because you won't let go of fear. Ladies, we have got to let go of the fear today because it cannot continue to steal our dream life from us. You've already created the vision board. You already know what house you want. You already know what kind of car you want. You already know what you want your day-to-day to look like. But every day that you choose to live in fear is another day that you do not get to live your dream life. Stop living in fear and let's finally become the version of ourselves that does what we want, okay? Who's showing up confidently, posting her content, building her business, having her priorities in check, putting herself first without feeling guilty about it, knowing how to tell people no and not people pleasing, following through with the things that she told herself she was going to do. Okay, we're gonna start all of that today. For those of you guys who have never seen my face before, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. On this live, we're going to learn how to create our ebook, and then I'm going to teach you how to sell it. But most importantly, I'm also going to teach you guys how to build yourself, your mindset. Ladies, believe it or not, you are your worst enemy. You are getting in your own way. You are holding yourself back. It's you. Okay, we gotta fix you. We gotta build your confidence, your discipline, your accountability, your belief in self. So not only do you start, but you actually follow through, okay? I'm gonna be saying a lot of information this morning. It would be in your best interest to take notes, write it down. Because if I know anything about you, you're human. You're gonna forget. You always do because life, and stresses. It's okay, we are all very forgetful. So if you write it down, anything that I say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to your notes and get it done. The key word of this live this morning is gonna be execution. Good morning, let me turn the mirror off so y'all will see it. YouTube, I can't turn the mirror off for y'all, so it's gonna be backwards, unfortunately. But TikTok, I can, okay? The key word of this live is going to be execution. So not only are we going to talk about it, not only are we going to write it down, we're also going to do it. We got to do it, ladies. Just like you execute your job to get your paycheck, you are going to have to start executing the goals that you have for yourself so that it actually happens, okay? We can't keep talking and manifesting. We got to do, okay? All right, if you guys are ready, you have your pen and paper in hand, go ahead and put ready in the chat, because if you're ready to learn, I am ready to teach. Also, you guys, let's go ahead and start double tapping the screen. The more we like, comment, and share this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live out to more people. And believe it or not, there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. They was ready to quit their job 5 years ago. They have the 2-week notice written and sitting in the drafts. They're ready. They are ready to hit send, okay? So let's go ahead and allow them the opportunity to find this live too, so they can make the changes that they need to make, so they can make the money that they've always wanted to make. Very good. Good morning. Good morning. Let's go ahead and get started. Thank you, Bree. So what is a digital product and how will we build the business? Okay. A digital product is something you do not have physical possession of. Please do not overthink. Think of a movie on Netflix, a song on your Apple Music or Spotify. You don't physically have it. It's all out in the cloud somewhere, okay? You, yes, you are going to create something to sell. And it could be anything. Please don't overthink. There's something that you already know how to do. Ladies, I told you guys when I first started, I lost 100 pounds. And so I sold my knowledge on that. What kind of foods to eat, what kind of exercises to do. And I sold it. Maybe you're a really good mother. You can make an ebook teaching other women how to be better parents, okay? So there's something that you already know how to do. And that's what I want you to monetize, all right? Now I'm gonna give you guys 2 apps. And these apps will change your entire life if you use them. So you gotta execute, okay? If you're ready for app number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat, and let's do an affirmation while I wait. Ladies, the more we interact with this live, the more this live will get pushed to more people. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Good morning. Every act of self-care is a declaration of love for myself. Ladies, the reason why a lot of us struggle with self-love is because we never do anything that shows ourselves that we are worthy of doing it for. In other words, you don't have any self-care. You're not prioritizing 8 hours of sleep. You're not following through with the promises that you made to yourself. You're not eating healthy. Some of y'all not even active. These are ways that we show ourselves that we matter in our own lives. Okay? So every time you tell yourself you're gonna do something and then you don't, you are showing yourself that you're not worthy of the thing. And then you wonder why you struggle with self-worthiness. If you told yourself you were gonna make content, I need you to make the damn content. If you told yourself you were gonna start your business, then that's what I need you to do. If you told yourself you were gonna go back to school, why have you not done it yet? These are ways that we show self-love to ourselves. The way you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. And a lot of you guys don't feel like anything. And that's why it's not showing up in real life, okay? So we gotta fix it. We gotta fix it, okay? No, not tomorrow, it's gotta get fixed today. All right, good morning. App number 1, write it down for those of y'all who are just tuning in. My name is Coach Jazz. App number 1 is Canva. Write it down, C-A-N-V-A. Now some of y'all have this app, but it's collecting storage space in your phone because you're not executing, you're not doing anything with it. You will be using Canva for everything. All right, so maybe you do want to create content. Canva has thousands of video templates on there for you to change the colors, add effects, just to really make your reels pop. Okay, maybe you want to start a YouTube channel. I tell you guys every morning, get your ass on YouTube and start your channel. Maybe today you're gonna listen. Canva has thousands of YouTube thumbnail templates. And the thumbnails, ladies, on YouTube are just those pictures that you see before you actually click on the video. This is what entices viewers to even want to watch your video, okay? So everybody is getting their thumbnails off of Canva and then they customize them real quick. Takes a few seconds, you just drag and drop, it's not hard, okay? Maybe you do want to sell an ebook, but you want it to look all professional, fine. Canva has thousands of ebook templates for you to make your ebook look all nice, pretty, aesthetic, whatever, okay? Now, before we get into app number 2, I want to talk to the woman on this live who's living in fear. We already said fear stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what she's ready to do right now. She's about to swipe up. She's about to be out of here. She's saying things to herself like, Jazz, I would love an online business, but I'm not tech savvy. I'm too old for this. What if it's too late for me? Okay. Well, before you run away from your dream life, listen. We woke up this morning, okay? Every day that we wake up is another day that we are blessed with, okay? So that means you have another day to work on the goals that you have for yourself. So until you are 6 feet under, it is not too late. You are right on time. Number 2, you are very tech savvy because you use technology every day. Don't sit up on my live and tell no tales. We not lying over here. We're gonna tell the truth because you are on social media all day. You are scrolling, you are liking, commenting, sharing, and archiving. That takes tech savviness. So you will use the same tech savviness that you already have and you will build your online business, no ifs, ands, or buts. And for my ladies on here who think they're too old, what did we just say? We are gonna sell our knowledge, right? So if you are older, that means you have a lot of knowledge, which means you have a lot of things that you could be selling. So get to selling, okay? I don't wanna hear it, no ifs, ands, or buts. We don't do excuses on this lives. No, take those excuses somewhere else. Age ain't nothing but a number over here. You can do any and everything as long as you are still moving and kicking, which you are because you are watching this live. You have more than enough abilities to get it done. If you're ready for app number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. And for those of you guys who are just tuning in, good morning. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, go ahead and start double tapping the screen, ladies. Don't be stingy. The more we interact with this live, the more YouTube and TikTok will push this live to more women who are tired of their own BS. They're tired of always starting and stopping. They're tired of telling themselves what they can't do and what's not gonna work. They're tired of not having confidence in themselves too. Ladies, this is a confidence thing and lack thereof. Some people love to think that they have confidence. Oh, I have confidence in myself, but your actions speak louder than your words. I'm gonna say that again. Your actions speak louder than your words. Why does that only apply to other people? We always want to say, well, if he wanted to, we would. We always want to apply that logic to other people, but we never want to apply it to ourselves. You say you have confidence in yourself, but your actions show something else. Because every time it's time for you to do the thing, you don't do it. Your actions are giving, I don't believe in myself, and I don't think I can do this. And that's the problem. Because how you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. So if you don't feel good about yourself, thank you, you're not gonna show up well for yourself. We gotta fix it. We gotta fix it today, okay? All right, app number 2, ChatGPT, write it down. This is AI, and you will be using AI for everything. Now they do have a premium version, which is $20 a month, but everything that we are talking about today, you are good on free. I do pay for premium, it is worth it, but hey, we locking in here. We not doing all the extra stuff, all right? So you are good on free. You don't have to upgrade, okay? ChatGPT, let's talk. You will be using chat for everything. So maybe you do want to create content. You want to be a content creator, monetize your platforms, but you don't know what kind of videos to make. Fine, just ask chat, he'll tell you. Maybe you do want to start your YouTube channel. You're finally going to listen. I always tell y'all, get on YouTube. But you're a little camera shy. You don't know what to say in the videos. Fine, ChatGPT will script the entire video for you. Now all you have to do is say the words. And maybe you do want to sell an ebook, but you just don't know what to put in it. What if I told you ChatGPT will write the entire ebook for you from beginning to end? Ladies, it has never been easier than today to build your online business. But the problem is you. You keep telling yourself that you can't do it and that it's not gonna work and you don't follow through. We're gonna fix it. So I gave you Canva and I gave you ChatGPT, and now we gotta put it together and write the ebook, okay? So if you're ready for prompt number 1, go ahead and put ready in the chat. If you are not taking notes, Shame on you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Because the key word of this live is execution. And how can we execute something if we don't even know what we're doing? Because what I know about you is you are human. And you're gonna forget. You always do. But if you write the shit down, anything that I do say that you happen to forget, you can still refer back to those notes and get it done. You've already manifested in your head. You've already done the vision boards. You ain't got nothing yet because you're not executing. A dream house does not just fall into your lap. You got to work for it. You got to put in the work. Okay? All right. Okay, let's get started. So you're going to open up ChatGPT. In the search, you're going to type this in, prompt number 1. Here we go. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Y'all better get to writing. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. If you've got that, go ahead and put got that in the chat. If you need for me to repeat it, this would be the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths do not get fed. Don't wait 10 minutes later and then be like, Jazz, what was prompt number 1? Because I'm gonna ignore you. Because you have plenty of opportunity right now to ask to get it repeated. You chose not to take advantage of the opportunity, which is fine. That just shows me you don't give a damn. And if you don't care, then why should I? Clock it. Yes, I can repeat it. Give me 10 digital product ideas I can sell that solves a problem. Go ahead and put got that in the chat. I see quite a lot of viewers on these lives. Where are the got that's? The more we interact with this live, ladies, the more this live will get pushed to more people. Okay, we ain't gonna be stingy, not on Sunday. Come on now, we ain't gonna show people like that. All right, so affirmation, I'm gonna need some more got that's in this chat. Let's go. Let me know you're here and you're writing it down. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. I can't make this up. Ladies, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. I believe that all of our ideas come from God. And why would God give you an idea that you couldn't do? He wouldn't. Why would he plant seeds in an environment that cannot harvest them? He wouldn't. He gave you about 50,000 ideas last year, and you didn't even try. You can do this, but in order to do it, you are going to have to get out of your own way, okay? You are holding yourself back. We gotta fix it, all right? Okay, you're gonna hit enter. Now, before we move forward, I hope y'all got that. Y'all are going to write this word down. Write it down. This says consistent. Write it down, write it down. Consistent. And then once you write it down, I need you to underline it. And then I need you to circle it 50 million times because in 2026, we are gonna lock in on the true definition of this word because a lot of y'all are confused. So let me go ahead and unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think consistent means once in a while, if you feel like it, if you're not too tired. No. Consistent means more often than not. Okay. So if there are 7 days in a week, consistent means 4 out of the 7. Ladies, the reason why you're not reaching the goals that you have for yourself is because you're inconsistent as hell. You are not doing more often than not. You notice how when you consistently go to work, you consistently get a paycheck? I assume you go to work more often than not. Okay. The same applies with your business and any other goals that you have for yourself. I don't care what you're trying to achieve. You got to be consistent, ladies. That's the only way it's going to work out. So stop being inconsistent. If you say you're going to do something, then I expect you to do it. I need you to be consistent. That's the only way this is going to work. Lock it in, okay? Now, let's make life easy because life is hard enough, right? Stress is stressing, life is lifing, and then bills is coming in, okay? Let's make consistency easy so that we can actually do it this time, okay? I need you to go through the list that ChatGPT gave you of digital product ideas, and I want you to choose something off of that list that you truly have a passion for. I want you to ask yourself, what is something that I would love to talk about all day, every day? I want you to want to talk about it so much that you would drive your husband crazy because you won't shut up. That's how you know that's the idea for you. And if chat gave you 10 ideas and you don't like none of the ideas it gave you, fine, ask for 10 more and keep asking until you choose something, until it gives you something that you want to use. Ladies, I cannot make this up. When you wake up every day doing what you love to do, you have a whole new energy about you. Your aura just lights up because you are genuinely happy with your life. The reason why a lot of people struggle and are depressed is because they don't do anything at all that they like. Their day consists of nothing but things that they don't like. Who wouldn't be depressed? Anybody would. Anybody would. But when you get to wake up every day doing what you love, now you feel really good about yourself. And when you feel good, you do good. I cannot make this up. So please do yourself a favor and only choose things that you truly like. And it is 2026. You can monetize anything. You see the darndest things on the internet. So don't act like you don't know that anything can be monetized. Don't act brand new. You see it for yourself. So please only choose things that you love. Please, I cannot make this up. That's how we walk in our purpose, okay? That's how we truly build happiness for ourselves. When our day is structured around things that we love to do, it is so easy to be consistent because you love to do it. It doesn't feel like work. For my ladies on here who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. You know this to be true. Isn't it so much easier to consistently eat healthy when you eat healthy meals that you actually like? Yeah, it is. Isn't it so much easier to consistently exercise when you choose exercise activities that you actually like? Yes, yes it is. See, I love weightlifting, so it's so easy for me to weightlift. Maybe you love to Zumba, and it's easy for you to do that because that's what you love to do. Okay, so I want us to only choose things that we like, and we're gonna monetize that. And before we get into prompt number 2, I need you to write this down because this is critical. This is critical. If you don't remember anything else I say this morning, you better remember this. Money flows where energy goes. Write that down and star it. Money flows where energy goes. Let's talk about it. If you are anything like how I used to be, you are giving all of your energy to any and everybody. You are an energy vending machine. And these people that you're giving all your energy to, 9 times out of 10, they don't even reciprocate it back to you. You're giving all your energy to your spouse, your partner, your sneaky link. You're giving all of your energy to your kids. You're giving all of your energy to your family. You're giving all of your energy to your friends. You're giving all of your energy to your job, your co-workers. You're giving all of your energy to celebrity drama. And by the time you sit down to focus on something for yourself, you can't because you ain't got no energy left because you gave it all away. You just handed it out. And like I said, most of the time, we are giving all of our energy to people who do not reciprocate it. And that's why you feel drained, frustrated, and irritated and depressed because you're giving all your energy away. See, if people were reciprocating it back to you, you wouldn't feel drained. You wouldn't feel frustrated. You wouldn't feel depressed because they are giving it back. It does not make you a bad wife because you want to work on your business. It does not make you a bad mother because you want to do something for yourself for once. It does not make you a bad friend because you don't want to sit on the phone and listen to her problems. It makes you human. You matter too. Your happiness is important too. Stop leaving yourself out of your own life. I'm not sitting here saying that you shouldn't put your kids first, but what I am saying is you matter too. I need you to start telling people no. The answer is no. And no is a complete sentence. It does not need to be explained. No is the same in every language. No, I cannot loan you any money. This is money that I should be using for my business and my goals. No, I cannot give you a ride. That is time that I could be using for my business and my goals. No, I cannot sit on the phone and listen to you talk about your problems. Hell, I gotta fix my own. The answer is no. Because when you start telling people no, now you get to keep some of your energy. And now you can use your energy for what's important to you. See, a lot of you guys are trying to fill into other people's cups, but your cups was empty 20 years ago. No, stop. I need you to start telling people no. That is the only way any of this is going to get done, okay? Money flows where energy goes. Don't forget it. If you're ready for prompt number 2, go ahead and put a 2 in the chat. For those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. We are building our online business, but not only are we building our online business, we're also building ourselves. We're building our confidence. We're building our self-respect. We're building our boundaries. We're building our priorities. We're building our consistency. I am strong, capable, and resilient. I am strong, capable, and resilient. It amazes me. Thank you, Asia. It amazes me how many women have gone through such horrible things in life and will still sit here this morning and try to convince themselves that they can't do this. Look at all the other things that you've already overcome, because life's for everybody. You overcame whatever you went through. You're strong and you're resilient, and you never give yourself credit for it because you're sitting here trying to convince yourself that you can't make an ebook. This is a lack of confidence. I can't make this up. We got to fix it because it's getting in the way. Once you choose the digital product idea you want to use, you will then put this in chat. Prompt number 2, write this down. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. Write me an ebook that helps people solve this problem. If you've got that, put got that in the chat. If you need for it to be repeated, this is the opportunity to ask. Remember, closed mouths don't get fed. Let's go, let's go. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. If I say anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, double tap the screen, like, comment, and share. The more we interact with this live, the more TikTok and YouTube will push this live to more people. And there are a lot of women who are tired of their own BS. They're tired of starting and stopping to. They're tired of telling themselves what they can't do. I am capable of achieving my dreams. I told you, I can't make this up. I am capable of achieving my dreams. The reason why you don't think you're capable is because you got things going on in this pretty head of yours that's keeping you stuck. Like that fear that you refuse to let go of. That fear has been stealing your dream life from you since the beginning of time. You already know what you want your day-to-day to look like. You already know you want to travel. You already know you want financial freedom. You know this. You know this. I don't have to tell you that. You already know that's what you want for your life. But every day that you live in fear is another day that you don't live your dream life. We gotta let go of fear, Okay? Y'all got that? I'm trying to figure out how we have so many beautiful women on this live and only about 4 or 5 people said got that. The math ain't mathin', ladies. Let me know that you're here, you're present, you're writing things down. Let me know that you're listening. Please put got that in the chat. Let's wait for a few more. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. Thank you, thank you. I am deserving of joy, success, and love. Ladies, when was the last time you even told yourself that you're amazing? Some of y'all don't even know. I want you to repeat after me. I am worthy of happiness, success, and wealth. She said, it's been a while. No bueno. I need you to start saying these things to yourself every day. That's the only way you start to believe it. And when you start to believe it, you start to achieve it. Okay? All right. All right. Very good. Now you're going to hit enter. This is what I mean by chat wrote the ebook for you. It's never been easier than today to create your digital product because chat wrote it. So now all we have to do is copy and paste. That's it. We will copy what chat gave us and paste it into Canva. So you're going to open up the Canva app. In the search, type in ebooks, hit enter. It's going to give you thousands of templates. Pick your most favorite one. They're all 1000% customizable. You will copy and you will paste. Now, to my ladies on this live who love to overthink, I need you to write this down. This says KISS, K-I-S-S. It is an acronym that stands for Keep It Simple, Silly. Some of y'all are the queens of overthinking. You overthink from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed and it's not getting you anywhere. Stop. Just make sure when you're writing this ebook, it's clean, simple, legible. That's it. Don't overthink it. Okay? Once you are done copying and pasting and you love the way it looks, you will download it as a PDF file. She said, that's me. We're not overthinking anymore. Let it go. Just make sure it is clean, simple, and legible, please. Download it as a PDF. Very good, Sherry. I am so proud of you. She said, I created my ebook, period. I told you guys, when you execute, the shit actually gets done. Ain't that something? You're going to download it as a PDF file, okay? When you are done downloading it, you will upload it to your hosting site. Write these down, please. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, and Shopify. Stan Store, Etsy, Beacons, Gumroad, Shopify. Write it down. These are some of the most popular hosting sites. Yes, there are plenty of more out there. And you only need one of these. You don't need to put them on all 5. You only need one. If you've got all of that, please put got that in the chat so I know that you are here, present, and listening, and you actually plan on executing. Let's do an affirmation before we move forward. I have survived my anxiety before, and I will survive again now. I have survived my anxiety before, and I will survive again now. Notice how when we become anxious over things, we always think about worst case scenarios. You ever notice that? It's always worst case scenario. Why do we never go to best case scenario? Best case scenario, you post your first video, you feel confident in yourself, and now you want to post another because you feel so proud about yourself. Next thing you know, you got a full-fledged business making 6 figures. Why can't our mind go to that? Why does our mind always divert to, if I post a video, everyone's going to laugh at me and they're going to call me names? Notice that? Why do we do that? Because you live in fear. Because you live in fear. And notice the things that we're anxious about, it hasn't even happened. We are literally trying to hype ourselves up for something that hasn't even happened. It hasn't even happened. That's what anxiety is. When I had my 9-to-5 and I was anxious, it was because I was afraid they were going to fire me. But it hadn't even happened. I quit. All them years of being anxious over them firing me, and I'm the one that quit. Make it make sense? Make it make sense. All right, so y'all got that. Very good. Now, before we move forward, listen to this. The beauty of having a coach and having a mentor is they teach you things to do and not to do, all from their own personal experiences, okay? And I've been doing this for 6 years full time. I started during COVID. Made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, my laptop, and some Wi-Fi. But I would be lying to you if I did not tell you I also made a lot of mistakes. Yeah, made a lot. One of the biggest lessons that I learned in business, and this is also life advice, ladies, we have got to get a handle on our finances. Yes. Thank you, Iris. We got to get a handle on our finances. I'm going to say it. I'm going to speak the elephant in the room. Because the version of you who truly loves herself, who is confident, who shows up consistently, who follows through with what she says, who has boundaries for herself, who respects herself, who talks to herself with pride and doesn't tolerate bullshit from other people, she also has herself on a budget. She also has developed financial literacy. She also knows how to save her damn money. We have got to start looking at how much is coming into our house versus how much we are spending. Because let me tell you this, ladies, your problems do not fix themselves. They always get worse. I never used to understand how people could make so much money and be so broke until that became my reality. See, when I worked my 9 to 5, I thought the reason why I was paycheck to paycheck was because I just didn't make enough money. Failing to realize it was because I was living above my means. And I carried those same horrible spending habits into entrepreneurship. And my money problems just got worse because as I made more, I just spent more. And month after month, my account was overdrawn because I didn't know how to manage my damn money. I didn't have financial literacy, and I didn't know how to tell myself no. I had to fix it. I had to put myself on a damn budget, and I had to stick to it. And the reason why I am telling you guys this is because these hosting sites have fees. Ladies, we are entering entrepreneurship, okay? We're not gonna sit here and act brand new and act like stuff is free. We know that's not true. Things have fees. And before you run away and say, well, Jazz, I can't afford no fees, that's a lie. That is a lie. Because you are at Chipotle every day spending $25 on a bowl with extra chicken and queso. You are at Chick-fil-A. You are at McDonald's. You are on TikTok Shop, Temu, and Shein. And you are at Starbucks every morning. And some of y'all be at Wawa's getting them hot sizzlies every morning. Okay. So, you got some money. Pull the bank statements. Pull the bank statements, okay? These hosting sites have fees. Now, I use Stan Store. I love Stan. Stan is great, but Stan is very expensive. Stan Store is $99 a month. That is very high if your business is not making that yet. If you are brand new to entrepreneurship, your content, your products, whatever, I don't want you on Stan. Okay? Instead, I want you to start on Gumroad, Gumroad, because Gumroad only charges you a percentage when you make a sale. They charge you 10% for every sale. So until you make money, you don't have to spend it. Now, what I know about you is this. You're gonna make money because you're taking notes. You're asking questions, and most importantly, you promised me you were gonna execute. So when you do start generating income, then I want you to use Stan, transfer everything over to Stan, because Stan has a lot of features that will help you expand your business, like Afterpay and Klarna. Let me tell you what's going on in the world of finance, ladies, in case you didn't know. People today, they love buy now, pay later. Buy now, pay later is taking over. Afterpay, you got Klarna, Sezzle, QuadPay, Affirm. I think PayPal has a 4-payment interest-free. There are so many. People are using buy now, pay later more than they are using credit cards. And no, it is not just poor people. Nope, get that out your head. 6-figure earners are using buy now, pay later options too. It's the new thing. okay? And if you have a buy now, pay later option on your site, you will make more. I promise you that. But for now, you will just start with what you have. You will start on Gumroad, you will start building your business, generating income, and then you will transfer everything over to Stan Store later, okay? So what we just did was we made the ebook. We took Canva, we took ChatGPT, we put together with the ebook. Now we have to sell it. And I'm going to be honest with you. Sales is 80% of the business. That's more than half. So we got to get this right, or there won't be a business. But before we get into sales, I need to make something crystal clear to you. That process of copying and pasting and making that ebook should not take you longer than 2 hours to do. Honestly, it shouldn't take you longer than 1, but I'm gonna give you grace and I'm gonna give you 2. Oh, and on this live, I don't care how old you are, age ain't nothing but a number. I don't care. Because what you're not gonna do is try to convince me that it takes longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words. No, it does not. You're copying and pasting reels all day long. If it is taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste, we have a serious problem. If you're anything like how I used to be, you're a perfectionist, right? Everything about you just must be perfect or it's not right. You are the woman who's going to waste 6 months of her life that she will never get back just to overthink her brilliant idea. And then when you do decide to get started, you're going to take things out, put things back. You're going to get irritated and frustrated because it's still not perfect in your mind, and you're going to give up on it yet again. Then you're going to let 3 more months go by, wasting nothing but time just because you have to overthink and overanalyze like you always do. And then when you decide to get started yet again, this time you're going to go ask 20 people what they think you should be doing with your business. And the crazy thing is, these people that you're asking, they don't even run businesses. And these aren't even people you would trade lives with. But for some reason, you care so much about what people think of you. And then when they give you their opinion, you listen. You care. And next thing you know, a whole year has gone by and you haven't done shit but waste time that you will never get back. You poor thing. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. Ma'am. Miss Caramel said, ugh, listen, I need to hold your hand very tightly when I say this to you. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but sometimes that's just what I do best. You are not perfect at all. No, you're not. You are flawed. I am not perfect at all. I am flawed. We are all perfectly imperfect. See, what you really are is scary. You're still living in fear. And what do we say? Fear on this live stands for fuck everything and run, and that's what you're doing. You are so fearful of trying something new and it fails. You are so fearful of putting yourself out there and people laughing at you. You are so fearful of looking stupid. So you do all this perfectionist, oh, I just got to be perfect crap, and this OCD and this overthinking. You do all of these things because you're living in fear. And if you want to dig even deeper into that, the reason why we live in fear, the reason why we distract, the reason why we make excuses is because we are self-sabotaging. This is self-sabotage. What have I been saying this entire life? This is a you thing. You are doing this to yourself. This is self-sabotage. This is not my husband is sabotaging me. No, this is you. This is you. I am a big advocate and recognizing that we get in our own way. And then we want to point the blame on others because it's more comfortable to blame them than blame yourself. But when you blame yourself, now it actually can get fixed. And the reason why we self-sabotage is because we have fragile egos and we cannot handle the feeling of disappointment. Putting yourself out there, trying something new and it fails, and now you feel disappointed in yourself. So to avoid that feeling of feeling disappointed in yourself, you make up all these excuses to avoid feeling disappointed. But let me tell you this. You already said that you hate your job. You said that you were fed up with living paycheck to paycheck. That's what you said. But every day that you live like that is another day that you are living in disappointment because there's still things about your life that you haven't fixed, that you're not 1000% happy with. I am trying to help you fix it, but we cannot fix it. We cannot fix anything if we do not change. How can we build a business and bring more money into the household and stop living paycheck to paycheck if there's no product to sell? How can customers buy your stuff if there is no stuff? They can't. It ain't gonna happen. So you have to launch the way it is. You said you were tired of feeling insecure. You were tired of giving up on yourself. You were tired of lacking consistency. That's what you said. I'm trying to help you fix it. But we cannot fix it if we do not change. How can we build confidence in ourselves if we keep breaking the promises that we make to ourselves? We can't. How can we start to feel good about ourselves if we never put ourselves first? We can't. So if you said you were going to make an ebook, then make it. No ifs, ands, or buts, and put it out. If you said you were going to record content, then record it and put it out. What I need you to understand and understand is it will never be perfect because you are not perfect. But everything that you do over and over and over again always gets better. The more products you put out as your business continues to grow, the better they will get. The more content you put out as you continue to grow, the better it will get. But it will still never be perfect. So stop trying and just put it out. All of your favorite businesses that you spend your hard-earned money with today have gotten better along the way. Look at Netflix. Believe it or not, they did not always have a fancy Netflix app. No. They were not always making their own original movies and series, winning Emmys and Oscars. No. They were not always doing comedy specials with Dave Chappelle and Kevin Hart. Years ago, before COVID, you used to have to go on their website, netflix.com. You used to have to make a list of all the movies you wanted to see. And these were not their originals. These were movies that were once in theaters. They would mail you a DVD off of the list. You could watch it as many times as you wanted. And when you were ready for the next movie off your list, you had to mail that one back. They did not wait for all the newest technology. They did not wait to have all of the funding. They started with what they had and what they could afford. And every day, as they continued to run their business and grow their business, it got better along the way, and now they're doing wrestling pay-per-views. So I don't know why you think that you get to skip the messy middle, but I'm gonna need you to reel that on in. Let's get that ego in check. Because if Netflix had to do it, which is $1 billion company, I don't know why you think you don't. No. The more you do it, the better you will get, just like everybody else. So launch. Another reason why it might be taking you longer than 2 hours to copy and paste some words is because you were distracted as fuck. Excuse my French, but it's true. See, I already know that I'm not the coach for everybody, and I have accepted that because I'm gonna tell you the truth about yourself. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing, but the truth will set you free. See, when you get off work, you could work on your business and reaching your goals and keeping the promises that you make to yourself so you can finally start to have some damn confidence, but you choose not to. You would rather sit on the phone and gossip with your friends about celebrities and their drama. When you do have time off from work, like the weekend, you could work on your business and reaching your goals, keeping the promises that you made to yourself so you can finally have some confidence in yourself. But you'd rather not. You'd rather sit on the couch and binge watch Netflix and Hulu for hours. Late at night, when your children are asleep, you could work on the business and reaching your goals and building confidence in yourself. But you'd rather not because that's boring. You'd rather sit on social media for hours laughing and kikiing at the reels and sending them back and forth in the group chats. And the reason why we do all of these distractions in the first place is because we're trying to escape. This is escapism. And the reason why we're trying to escape is because there's things about our life that we are not 1000% happy with. And instead of you being a grown woman and fixing it, you would rather run from it. But let's take a new path. Because obviously that path is not working because you're here on this live. Because if you were 1000% happy and there was nothing that needed fixing, I wouldn't be able to resonate with you. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. That stops today. Instead of trying to escape a life that we are not 1000% happy with, how about we just lock in and build a life that we never feel the need to escape from? So this is what I want you to do today. Not tomorrow, today. Turn the TV off. Put the phone on Do Not Disturb. Tell your friends you will talk to them later. You are focusing on building your dream life. You're gonna sit down at home. No, you don't need to go to Starbucks because you know you get distracted there. You're gonna start the ebook and you're gonna finish it. Not start, stop, come back next week because we already know how you do. You never come back. That ain't never gonna change. So you are gonna start it and you are going to finish it. 2 hours is all you need. If we are crystal clear on all of those instructions, then go ahead and put clear in the chat because respectfully, there is no point in talking about sales if we don't have anything to sell. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jazz. Welcome, welcome. Let me read some of y'all's comments before we move forward. We're about to talk about sales. She said, do I help with accountability? Yes, absolutely. That is what Glow Up Academy is for. Absolutely. She said, I do have the time. Exactly. The worst lies are the lies we tell ourselves, ladies. Don't you ever forget that. We are very good at lying to ourselves. We'll tell ourselves we don't have time, but you have a lot of time. You're just using it on the wrong things. We'll tell ourselves we can't afford something, but that's not true because you're always at Chick-fil-A and Chipotle. What kind of coaching do you specialize in? I am a mindset coach. I help you build your business, and most importantly, I help you build yourself. Because the way we feel about ourselves determines how we show up for ourselves, okay? If you don't show up for yourself, that's why you don't feel good about yourself. We gotta fix it, okay? Very good. Good morning. So let's talk about sales. So we said earlier, sales is 80% of the business. That is more than half, okay? So we gotta get this right. We don't have a choice. But I'm gonna be honest with you. Sales is where most people fail. Right here at sales, okay? They fail here. But not because it's hard. Get out your head, because some of y'all ready to run away. It's so hard. No. Sales is actually not hard. Sales is very easy. It's very easy. But people's mindset and the things that they think in regards to sales is what makes sales so hard for them. So in order to sell something, we have to fix our headspace on what sales is, okay? A lot of people, and you might think this, I used to be like this, will say things like, well, Jazz, I'm not a salesperson. What if I talk about my product too much and people unfollow me? What if people think I'm being annoying? What if people think I'm begging them for money? Okay. We have to fix our mindset in regards to sales in order to sell. What I need you to understand is this. Selling is not begging. Selling is solving, okay? People have a problem. You have a solution. You are not begging anyone for anything. So get that out of your head right now. It's not doing you any favors. Number 2, you don't have a choice but to remind people consistently about your products and services and how you can help them, because people will forget. Ladies, everybody has their own life. They got their own problems, their own stress. They are not thinking about you. You have to remind people consistently that you exist so that they can even begin to remember who you are and how you can help them. Why do you think I keep telling you guys to take notes on this live? Because I already know you're gonna forget, so I'm telling you to write it down. Why do you think I keep telling you that the key word of this live is execution? I have said that word about 20 times so far. Why do I keep repeating myself? Because I need it to stick in your head so that you begin to remember that not only are we writing it down, we gotta do it. Ladies, you don't have a choice but to remind people consistently that you exist, because I promise you they will forget. Look at Amazon. We all know who they are. Okay? We got the memo loud and clear. And most of us are Prime members, meaning we pay a monthly subscription for 2-day, 1-day, and same-day shipping. And even though everyone knows who they are, and most of us spend money with them, they still remind us consistently that they exist. How? Look at those Amazon trucks. You can't even go 2 miles down the street without seeing one. They could have left those trucks blank, kept them white, but they didn't do that. They made them blue and they put their logo on it. Why? So that every time you see one of their trucks, which is multiple times a day, your brain thinks Amazon. Look at their boxes and their envelopes, their Amazon packages. You can't even go down a neighborhood. You can't even go into a mail room. You can't even step into the post office. You can't even go into an office suite without seeing one of their packages. They didn't have to put their logo on the cardboard box. They could have left it blank. But they didn't do that. They put their logo on the packing tape and they put their logo on the boxes. Why? So that every time you see one of their packages, which is multiple times a day, your brain thinks Amazon. Do you really think they're worried about being annoying? Do you really think they're worried about you unsubscribing from Prime because they're begging you for money? No. They know you're not going nowhere. Because they know they have a solution to your problem. You are lazy and you want convenience. We all do. So every month, they will continue to get that monthly subscription out and they will continue to get your money. Should I feel like I'm giving the ick selling? No, ma'am. You are telling people how you can help them. For those of you guys who have seen my face before, maybe I'm not a new face to you. I've been doing this for 6 years. You might have found me on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I'm all over the place. How is it that I am able to consistently tell people about Glow Up Academy and not stress about people thinking I'm begging them for money or unfollowing me because I'm being annoying? How am I able to do that? Because I know I have a solution to people's problems. People want to learn how to build their online business. I teach them that inside Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to become confident in themselves and become disciplined and actually follow through and believe in themselves in the process. I teach them that all inside of Glow Up Academy. People want to learn how to be accountable and actually follow through and have boundaries and standards for their life. I teach them that all inside Glow Up Academy. I'm not begging anyone for anything. If people unfollow me because I'm talking about Glow Up Academy too much, I don't give a damn. They just weren't ready to change their life, and that's okay. They'll come back when they are. They always do. And because I have that energy about my products and services, I sell, and I sell a lot. Because Amazon has that energy about their products and services, they sell, and they sell a lot. And if you want to sell a lot too, you are going to have the same energy. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay? If you're ready for sales tip number 1, go ahead and put a 1 in the chat. And for those of y'all who are just tuning in, good morning. My name is Coach Jasmine. We are building our online business, and most importantly, we're building ourselves. You're getting in your own way. Your limiting beliefs, your fear, all of the things, it's getting in your way. And that's what's holding you back. Self-love empowers me to be the best version every single day. Talk about that. Self-love empowers me to be the best version every single day. Well, Jazz, how do I get self-love? Thank you, Red. We're going to start doing things that show ourselves that we are worthy of love. Can we prioritize 8 hours of sleep tonight? Half of y'all are running on empty because you're sleepy, because you don't put yourself to bed on time. Can we drink more water? Can we let go of the soda, please? Can we move our body? Can we get our steps in? Can we eat fruits and vegetables today and let go of McDonald's? Can we keep a promise that we made to ourselves? Maybe yesterday we thought about making content. How about today we do it? When you start doing things that show you love yourself, you will actually start to love yourself. Actions speak louder than words. So I'm going to ask you to ask yourself, how do you treat yourself? And does that show that you love yourself? Because if the answer is no, we got to fix it today. Because that's a problem. And I want to address the elephant in the room real quick, which is failing. A lot of y'all are terrified of failing. It has you in a chokehold. You want to start an online business, but you're scary because failing scares the hell out you. But the problem is, a lot of you guys are very confused on what failing even means. So let me unconfuse you. See, some of y'all think failing means you make your first YouTube video, and if you don't get 50,000 subscribers in 7 days, then you failed. Some of y'all think that if you launch your first ebook and you're not a millionaire in 30 days, then you failed. Some of y'all believe that if you post your first TikTok reel and you don't get 10,000 views in an hour, then you failed. That's not failing. Failing only exists when you quit. When you throw in the towel and you say, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. I give up. I'm done. I quit. Well, that is when you have officially failed. But if every single day you commit to just getting a little bit better, maybe yesterday you didn't have any time to work on your business. How about today we lock in 20 minutes? Don't sit here and act like you ain't got 20 minutes because you're watching me. That's not failing. Maybe yesterday you didn't make any content. How about today you make a video and tomorrow you post it? Maybe yesterday you watched 50 videos on how to make an ebook. How about today you just make it? If every single day we commit to doing something towards the goal, that's not failing because you're still showing up. You're still trying. You're still giving it all you got. The problem is, I'm going to always tell you the truth. The problem is we have become entitled. We live in a very entitled society. And a lot of times you don't even realize how entitled you truly are. See, people want to say kids are entitled, children are entitled. No, adults are entitled too. Because the problem with you is you have pulled some random number out of thin air on when you think it should happen. You have become entitled to the results in the time frame in which you set. See, the results always come. Let's be real. To my ladies who have lost weight, I lost 100 pounds. You know this is true. If you consistently eat less food and you consistently move your body, we all know we will eventually get to the weight loss goal that we have. You know that. To my ladies who have fixed their credits, you know this is true. If you consistently pay your credit card bills down and you consistently pay your bills on time, you will eventually get to the credit score that you wanted. You know that. But the problem is, you believe that you should be a millionaire in 48 hours. And if that doesn't happen for you in 48 hours, then you have failed completely. No. These timelines that we have set on our life make no sense. You're just pulling numbers out of thin air and you feel entitled to the results in that time frame. If you consistently show up for your business and you consistently post, I promise you, without a doubt, you will eventually get to the dollar amount that you wanted. So, for everybody on this live who is terrified of failing, just don't quit. Because if you don't quit, then you didn't fail. And now you have absolutely nothing to worry about. I can't make this up. Okay? So I don't want to hear about nobody failing anymore. Okay? Sales tip number 1, write this down. Content is king And distribution is queen. Content is king, distribution is queen. Yes, no more failures. Get that word out your vocabulary. Content is king, distribution is queen. Let's talk about it. Let's start with the first part, the content is king part. Okay, your content is how we're gonna get the word out about our products and services and how we can help them. And content is just anything that you upload. So videos, pictures, long form YouTube videos, if you go live, that's content, whatever you upload, okay? Content is king because we already said that people will forget. So we have to consistently remind people about our products and services, all right? So we said consistent means more often than not. If there are 7 days in a week, we need to be posting at least 4 out of the 7. That is the goal. But for some of you guys, you are not posting at all. Fine. We always crawl before we walk, and we walk before we run. This is how we stay consistent, okay? So if you're not posting at all, maybe you're camera shy. So you're struggling with getting in front of the camera because you don't know what to say, you feel awkward, you're a little scary. Fine. What I want you to start doing is sitting in front of the camera and talking to it for 30-second intervals, okay? Not to post. This is stuff to just keep on your phone to get through the anxiety of being in front of the camera. The more you are in front of the camera, the less camera shy you get, okay? So I need you to do that multiple times a day. And don't sit here and tell me you don't have time because you're watching me. And I'm on live for about 2.5 hours. And some of y'all, this is not your first live. So you could have been did it. And once you get comfortable being in front of the camera, now we're gonna set a goal of posting 1 reel once a week. It could be 20 seconds. Just get comfortable with posting once a week. Once you get comfortable with that and you feel good, now we're gonna up it to 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. So remember, we're always crawling before we walk and we're walking before we run. So there's no reason to feel overwhelmed, all right? Now distribution is queen. Not only will we be posting consistently, we also need to be building at least 3 platforms. We gotta build 3. Why 3? Because 1 is too close to none. Like that one income you have at that one job. If they laid you off tomorrow, what would you do? You would be sitting there freaking out, trying to figure out how you're gonna pay them bills. If you put all of your eggs in a TikTok basket and the US decides to ban it, like they did last year, what would you do? You would be freaking out, like all of the other TikTokers who only had their eggs in a TikTok basket. I always teach my students we have to stay proactive so we don't have to be reactive. In other words, we gotta stay ready. And no, it is not hard to build 3, get out your head. The same exact video that you post on TikTok, you'll throw it on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, doesn't matter, just put it somewhere, okay? Now, which platform should you grow? That is 1000% up to you. You got a lot of options. I always suggest starting with the platform you are always on. So if you are always on TikTok, start a TikTok. Obviously you like this app so much because you're always here. And then just choose 2 more. But let me tell you this, in case you did not know, YouTube is the most watched platform. It's not TikTok. YouTube has even replaced cable TV. So I'm going to always urge and encourage you to start your YouTube channel. If everybody is watching YouTube, you need to be on YouTube as well, okay? Now, before we move forward, I want to speak to the woman on this live who's still living in fear. She is holding on to fear for dear life. She's quiet. She's taking her notes. But she's in the back of her head doubting her brilliance. She's saying things like, Jazz, I would love an online business. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. But I don't know. You're telling me to post consistently. You're telling me to build 3 platforms. You're telling me to make an ebook? Girl, I don't know. I want to, but this just sounds really hard. Okay. Well, before you run away, like you always do, just listen. One thing is this. I can't convince you of anything. And I'm not gonna try because I can't. So if you want to believe that posting consistently is hard, then fine. Your feelings are valid. You're right. It's hard. If you want to believe that writing an ebook that AI will write for you is hard, then fine. Your feelings are valid. It's hard. If you want to believe that starting a YouTube channel is hard, then fine. You're right. It's hard. But I do want to remind you, the life that you're currently living is hard. Living a life every day that you are not 1,000% happy with is hard. Knowing that you are meant for more and not living it is hard. Being overworked and underpaid is hard. And you live like that every day. And see, that's what fear will do. Fear will convince you that you can't do any of this. But look at what you're already doing. One thing that I have noticed that I used to do, and I know a lot of women struggle with this, we never, ever want to give ourselves credit where credit is due. Notice that? When was the last time you told yourself you were proud of yourself? Some of y'all don't even know. And that's crazy because life has a tendency to life for everybody. And there were moments in your life where things were hard as hell. And you had no idea how you were going to make it out. But guess what? You did. Because you're still here. And despite having went through everything you went through and overcoming that, you will allow fear to convince you that you can't record a 20-second TikTok reel and do it faceless and post it. Really, ladies? Really? Look at what you've already done. You will let fear convince you that you can't copy and paste some words from AI into a pre-made Canva template and download it. Really, ladies? Really? Look at what you've already overcome. That's way harder than this. Some of y'all are damn near superwoman, but you never give yourself credit where credit is due. This is a confidence thing. This is what I'm talking about. This right here. This lack of confidence. Letting fear steal your dream life from you. You already know what kind of life you want. You can feel it in your soul. But every single day that you don't work towards your goals, you are allowing fear to steal your dream life from you year after year. At what point are you going to stop? Because that's not working. Because the business is still not businessing. The content is not contenting. The sales are not salesing. The confidence is -50 and the self-respect is out the door. You talk to yourself crazy and you let other people talk to you even crazier. At what point are you going to stop? This is getting out of hand. And look, I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this for yourself. There are people on these apps who are in worse off situations than you. And they are still showing up, working towards their goals. There are women on these apps who have more kids than you. And they are still showing up, posting their content and building their business. There are people on these apps who are always in the hospital because they are always sick. They have cancer. They're battling sickle cell. And despite all of that, they are still showing up, posting, and building their business. There are people on these apps who have lost it all. They might have lost their job. They might have lost their house, their car, but they did not lose hope. And despite the weight of the world on their backs right now, they are still showing up, putting one foot in front of the other, and working towards their goals. Now let's be honest here. A lot of y'all don't have half them problems. Some of y'all might, and I'm gonna give you grace, but a lot of y'all don't. Yeah, you have a complaint here or there. Life is never perfect, but for the most part, you know you're blessed because you know it could be worse. And even though you see those people doing that, you still allow fear to convince you that you can't do it. And you don't even have half them problems. Make it make sense. This is a lack of confidence problem. That's what this is. And year after year, you continue to let fear steal your dream life from you. You have more than enough proof to see that it can be done, but because you don't believe in yourself, because you don't keep the promises that you make to yourself, you don't think it can happen for you. Well, I am here to tell you that it can. Listen, my online business changed my entire life. I've been doing this for full time for 6 years. I started during COVID. I have made more money than I ever could have imagined from my cell phone, a laptop, and some Wi-Fi. I have peace now. I'm not stressing about bills. I have purpose now. I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. I have freedom. I get to do what I want, when I want, and how I want to do it. I have confidence now. I truly believe in myself. But before all of this, before COVID, girl, I lived a very, very different life. I used to be 100 pounds overweight. I used to be very insecure. I used to be depressed and miserable. I used to hate my life. I had a 9-to-5, and I was an alcoholic. See, I had bought into the American dream bullshit that they sell all of us, but I bought in back in high school. They told me to go to college and get a 4-year degree. I'll get a good job with stability and benefits. I'll make more than enough money where I could travel a couple times a year. I could buy a nice house. I could save for retirement. So when I am too old to work, I'll be able to retire with dignity and live out the rest of my years in peace. That's what they said. And I believed them. So I went off to college. My mom told me to go. All of my friends were going. So I went. I went off to college and got me a 4-year bachelor's degree. Cost me $40,000. graduated. 6 months later, I got my first dream job towards my degree. They were going to be paying me $60,000 a year. I was 23 years old. That's more than I had ever made my entire life. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, this American dream is really starting to happen for me. So I was ready to start my life. I decided to move out of my mom's house. I was sick of her rules and I was ready to be a grown adult. So I went out and got my own apartment. But I didn't stop there. Listen, I told you guys I used to have very horrible spending habits. We listen, we don't judge. I did what most Americans do. I went out and got me a car payment. See, I already had a car and it was paid off, title in hand. It got me from point A, B, C, D, E, and F. But it was old. No push to start. No leather seats. No tablet on the dash. I had to upgrade to match my new upgraded life. So I went out and got me a brand new Dodge Charger, top of the line. Couldn't tell me shit in my Charger. I thought it was too cute. $400 a month. And with expensive cars comes expensive car insurance and expensive gas. By the time I paid all of my bills for the month, I was broke. I couldn't afford to take any vacations at all. I couldn't afford to put extra into my 401k at all. I couldn't even afford to get my nails done. I was broke as hell, okay? I had another problem. I had to start paying back them damn student loans. I was 23 back then, okay? I thought it was all fun and games. I didn't think the government was serious about getting their money back. Everybody owes student loans. The government is not playing with you. They want their money back. They'll give you 6 months after you graduate to get on your feet. They won't call or send letters. They want you to focus on getting a job. But best believe, when that 6-month mark hits, they are sending letters because they want to see your tax returns, because they're going to tell you how much you can afford. And since they saw on paper that I made $60,000 a year, I didn't have any dependents, no kids, they don't care about your rent, they don't care how much your car payment is. They said that I need to be paying $400 a month. And it's not up for discussion. That's the price. It's like $400. I thought they were gonna ask for like $50. No, they wanted $400. I had 11 student loan accounts that they lumped under one monthly payment of $400 a month. But every month that I did not pay those student loans, which was every month because I really couldn't afford it, I got 11 missed payments on my credit. In the course of 1 year, I racked up 121 missed payments. My credit dropped. 520. So there goes my American dreams of home ownership. How am I gonna get a mortgage loan with 520? Not till I fix that. So I'm broke as hell. I have really bad credit off of some student loans. I had one last problem. I hated my job. College did not prepare me for corporate America. I had no clue what I was walking into. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I grew up very sheltered, okay? I didn't know too much in my early 20s. I was very naive, I was pretty green, okay? I trusted people, and I believed that how they acted in front of you is really how they felt. See, in my interview, my supervisor told me that everybody in the department just all got along. They're one big old happy work family, and it was all kumbaya and rainbows and unicorns. So I went into the department thinking that these people were my friends. I learned that people in corporate America will smile in your face. They will kiki and caca with you in the break room, but best believe they don't like you at all. They know how to put on an act, a front. They know how to wear a good mask. They'll invite you out to happy hour, so they will hang out with you off the clock. So they're not even paid to be around you, but they don't like you. They'll do the Thanksgiving potlucks in the break room and the Secret Santas. They'll even spend their hard money on you and all come together and buy you a gift for your birthday. They don't like you though. They'll even invite you to their weddings and their baby showers. But they don't like you. And best believe, when you and your work friend are both trying to get promoted, every single thing that you told her in confidence is now in your manager's email. I was now on the most hated list at work. Just so you guys know, I worked with all women, and I was the youngest one there. See, I had made friends with a woman who was 31. I was 23. And she told me I was the little sister she never had. She used that word. I didn't call her my sister. She told me I was the little sister she never had. And I trusted her. When we both were trying to get promoted, everything I said was in my manager's email. But only what I said, not what she said. I was miserable. Walked right into that. I must have put in hundreds, if not thousands of applications trying to get out. But I couldn't even get an interview. Nobody was calling me back. So I'm broke. I have bad credit, and I'm miserable as hell at my job. For the first time in my life, at 23 years old, I felt trapped. Ladies, if you have never experienced what it feels like to feel trapped, then I want you to consider yourself blessed. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But let me give you some context. See, trap feels like no matter what you do, your life's not gonna get no better. You can try to be optimistic and have a positive mindset, but it feels like nothing but negative ass shit from the time you wake up to the time you go to bed every single day. That's how trap feels. You could try to get some overtime or work a part-time job so you can catch up on some bills and stop stressing so much about money. But just when you start to have a little bit of a savings net, something always comes up and slaps you in the face. Now your car won't start. It's always something. You can try to pray and beg God to help you, but it feels like he's ignoring you because it feels like he's not listening, because it feels like he's not fixing it, because you have the same problems that you've been had and nothing's getting better. That's how trapped feels. Your life begins to feel like a nightmare that you can't wake up from. I used to pull up at that job and sit in my car and cry before I even clocked in every day. I used to bring that job home with me. So what that means is you are at home. You're not getting paid. But these people have taken over your mind and you can't get them out of your head. And the time that you should be spending with your family and your husband and being in peace, you can't, because you are telling him everything that happened at work, because that's how toxic they are. They have stolen your peace. You can't escape them. I was so stressed out about bills, I couldn't even sleep anymore. I started to have anxiety. I never had that before. Now I got butterflies in my stomach that I can't get rid of. And to cope with all of this misery, this depression, this anxiety, I started drinking. First, it was just a few drinks a week to calm my nerves and to help me sleep. And it quickly spiraled out of control. I became an alcoholic. And the only reason why I'm even telling you this is because if any of my story resonates with you, then you are already doing something hard. Going to a job that drains your spirit every single day is hard. Crying every day because you're so unhappy right now with the way your life is going is hard. And see, the reason why I was so depressed back then was because I had nothing in my life to look forward to. I didn't have any hobbies. I didn't have any interests. So my life felt like it was on repeat. Get up, go to work, be miserable, come home, cry, drink, sleep, repeat, week after week, month after month, and year after year. Who wouldn't be depressed? That's depressing shit. I used to think there was something wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with you, ladies. Anybody would be depressed with that type of life. Anybody. But now I get to wake up every day doing what I love to do. That's the beauty of online business, is you can monetize anything your heart desires. Don't sit here and act like you don't see the darndest things on social media. How many times do you scroll on your For You page and you're like, how the hell are they getting paid to do this? Doesn't matter. They are. They are. You can monetize anything. But the problem is, you refuse to let go of fear. I want to say one more thing, because I need to make sure you hear me loud and clear before we move forward. I hope you realize that if you work 8 hours or more, you spend more time at work with people you don't even like than you do with your family who loves you. I literally worked 9 to 5. So what should have only been a 20-minute drive to work was an hour, because I'm stuck in rush hour traffic. So an hour into the city, an hour out. 8 hours at work, 1 hour lunch break. That is 11 hours out of my day gone. It's gone. I don't get it back. I only had a few hours to spend with my spouse before it was time to go to bed and do it all over again the next day. And let me just remind you, your spouse or your children, they don't even get the best version of you. They don't even get the happy version. They don't get the peaceful version. They get the stressed version. They get the miserable version. They get the depressed version. You go to bed just to repeat it all over again the next day, just to look forward to the weekend. But respectfully, what are you even looking forward to? Because Friday, you still worked, so they still got 8 hours out you. Saturday is the only day you get to do what you want. But Sunday, no, not so much. Because you have to prepare for the work week. You gotta cook, you gotta clean, you gotta go to the grocery store, you have to do laundry, and you have to mentally prepare yourself for the bullshit sitting on your desk for Monday. Ladies, that is not living. That's surviving. Life is meant to be lived, not survived. I don't know what your religious beliefs are, but I do know this. The God that I serve, He loves me a lot. And if He loves me so much, why would He put me on this earth to be crying every day and miserable about the life that He gave me? He didn't. Why would He want me overeating and drinking to cope? He didn't. He made me for a very special reason. And then He allowed me the opportunity to find it and monetize it. For the longest time in my life, I thought I was skipped. I thought there was absolutely nothing special about me. I used to sit on Facebook and see all my friends and my colleagues living great lives, and wow, everybody is so happy, and here I am, he just forgot me, I'm miserable. No. He didn't skip me. And He didn't skip you either. He made you for a very, very special reason. There is something so amazing about you that you should be sharing with the world. But a lot of times, life has a tendency to life. And somewhere on our journey of life, we lose our light. It gets dim, and then it gets dark. And then here you are today, not believing that there is anything special about you. That's not true. I keep telling you, if you even thought the thought, that's because you can. God does not give us ideas that we can't do. He would never plant a seed in an environment that couldn't harvest them. But in order to make it happen, you are going to have to let go of fear. See, actions always speak louder than words. We always want to apply that to how we see other people, but you never want to apply it to how you see yourself. You always say that you walk with God and you believe in God, but every single time that it's time to do something that He told you to do, you aren't even willing to try. You're not even willing to try. You're not even willing to let go of the fear for a day. You won't even let go of fear for 30 days. And every day that you continue to let fear steal your dream life from you is another day that you stay unhappy. It's another day that you don't get to walk in your purpose. Stop letting fear steal your dream life from you. Ladies, I'm here to tell you, you can do this. Yes, you can. But in order to do it, you gotta let go of the fear. You gotta let it go. Okay? All right. I hope I made myself clear. Fear don't live here. All right. Good morning for those of y'all who are just tuning in. My name is Coach Jazz. Sales tip number 2. If I'm saying anything that resonates with your spirit and vibrates with your soul, make sure you guys are double tapping the screen, like, comment, and share the live. Sales tip number 2, write this down. People only buy from people that they like, that they know, and that they trust. People only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Good morning. If they don't like you, they're not going to buy it. If they don't know you, not going to buy. And if they don't trust you, not going to buy it. So how do we get people to like us? Okay. In your content, remember we said content is just anything that you post, okay? The community that we build, the viewers, the followers, the subscribers, those people become our community. And it's our community that's going to buy our products from us, okay? In order to build that community, in order to get people to like us, the content that we post has to be relatable and it has to be authentic. In other words, I need you to be yourself. You got to be yourself. See, a lot of you guys are doing yourself a disservice because you're trying to be perfect. People can only connect and resonate with people that they can see themselves in. But the problem is, if you're trying to be perfect, people can't connect with you because nobody is perfect. So there's nothing to connect to. And then you're not even being relatable and authentic. You're not even being yourself because you're not perfect either. So I need you to stop. I need you to just be yourself and stop overthinking. Stop overthinking. Now, if you're anything like how I used to be, I used to struggle with being myself and being authentic, being relatable, because for the longest time, I didn't know who I was, because for the longest time, I was always trying to be what I thought other people wanted me to be. If that is something that you are struggling with, I need you to start spending more time by yourself. This is a sign that you spend way too much time with other people. I need you to start doing stuff solo. Start taking yourself out by yourself. Start sitting in quiet by yourself. Because that's the only way you're going to figure out who you are, is by doing more stuff by yourself. Now, some of y'all are camera shy, so you're struggling with posting because you feel awkward in front of the camera. Well, like I said earlier, if that is something you are struggling with, I need you to just sit in front of the camera and talk to it multiple times a day for 30 seconds or so. And the more you do that, the less awkward you will feel. And now it'll be easy for you to be yourself on camera. Okay? And don't get in your head and let fear take over and say things like, well, Jazz, what if no one likes me? That's impossible. That is impossible. There are 8 billion people in this world. Somebody is bound to like you. Okay? And I used to be fearful of this too. Ladies, when you post your content, it goes everywhere. You will be surprised at how many people you can connect with just because you post it. I have women inside Glow Up Academy from all over the world. I'm in the US. I have women from Australia, Jamaica, Canada, the UK, Germany. All because I had a solution to people's problems and I stopped living in fear and I posted the videos and was able to help people everywhere. What if I let fear take over this morning and I didn't go live? Well, then you wouldn't be here watching and I wouldn't have been able to help you. But that's literally what you are doing to others by not posting. So please, for the love of God, I need you to get out of your head and just post the videos. Okay? All right, cool. We said people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, great. How do we get people to know us? Thank you, Kimmy. How do we get people to know us? All right. I need you to go live. Going live is by far the best way to build your community. Thank you so much, Alero. I appreciate that. See, you gotta post, ladies. You would be surprised at how many people you can help just by being yourself, okay? Going live allows people to interact with you, engage, and ask you questions, and it allows you to promote your products. Now, some of y'all hard-headed, and you're gonna say, Jazz, that's great, but I don't wanna go live. And I'm gonna just say, fine, don't. I'm not gonna try to convince you of anything. If you don't wanna go live, don't go live. But let me just remind you that you also said you didn't wanna go to work. It amazes me how many people are willing to bust their ass at their job to make somebody else rich. But they absolutely refuse to bust their ass for their own business to build wealth for themselves and their future generations. And I also promise you this, if you go live consistently, you will make more on live than you ever made at that job. I can't make this up and I don't have to prove it to you because you see it for yourself, especially on TikTok. All you see are people selling. The internet never sleeps all day, all night. I don't care what hour of the day you get on there. You see nothing but people selling whatever it is they want to sell. So if they can do it, why can't you? Oh, duh. Because you won't let go of fear. Because you are afraid of what people are going to think. Listen. Listen. I really just need you to go live. Now, some of y'all are like, well, Jazz, I'm not against going live. Like, I'm willing to do it. I'm just live shy. Okay. To my live shy girlies on here, listen to me. The only reason why you're live shy is because you just don't have enough experience going live. It has nothing to do with you sucking at life and this isn't meant for you. We have been on this live for 108 minutes, okay? And if you've been on here for this long, that's because you trust me. Otherwise, you would have left. So I need you to trust this. If you go live consistently, I promise you, you will get to a point where you are no longer live shy. Everything that you do over and over and over again, you get better at. I don't have to convince you. You've proven this to be true in your own life. You didn't always know how to walk. Now you walk just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You didn't always know how to read and write. Now you do that just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. You did not always know how to drive. Now you do it just fine. How? Because you had to consistently do it. Anything. I didn't always know how to weight lift, but now I weight lift great. How? Because I consistently did it. Anything that you do over and over again, you get better at. Why would life be any different? I can't make this up. She said, what do you recommend for indecision about everything? I want you to choose your most favorite idea. What would you love to talk about all day, every day, if you could? And whatever that is, that's what I want you to do. That's what I want you to do. We say people only buy from people that they like, know, and trust. Okay, cool. Well, how do we get people to trust us? Okay. There's a reason why I am telling you to post consistently. And no, it's not for your health. The reason why I'm telling you to post consistently is because the more people see you, the more they begin to trust you. Consistency builds trust. I don't know if you know this or not, or if you're living under a rock, but most people work very, very hard for their money. You work hard, I work hard, we're all out here working hard. And if you want someone to trust you with their hard-earned money, well, that's gonna require you to be trustworthy, which means you have to be consistent. Gotta be consistent. Now, I wanna do an exercise with you guys. For those of you guys who are struggling, for those of you guys who don't have a product yet, sit this out, take your notes. For those of you guys who do have a product, but you're struggling to make the sales that you want, this is for you, okay? First, what I need us to do is we're gonna remove the ego and the pride. Now, some of y'all can't do that because you think you know everything. And there's absolutely nothing that anyone can teach you that you don't already know. Fine, I'm not gonna convince you otherwise. Keep thinking that. Now, for those of you guys who can remove the ego and the pride, and you recognize that there's always room for growth and improvement, I am talking to you. First, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to our profile and we're gonna ask ourselves some questions. We have to be honest. Write this down. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. Now, ask yourself, is it clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people? I also need you to ask yourself this. You have to be honest. If you were not you, would you buy from you? If you were not you, would you buy from you? If the answer to any of those questions is no, well, then you should no longer be confused as to why people are not buying from you yet. There should be no more confusion. But the reason why I say yet is because you have the power to fix it. Ladies, that's the beauty of life. And that is the beauty of business and everything that we have talked about so far on this live. Anything, and I mean anything, that is not giving you the results that you want in your life, you have the power to fix it. If it's not clear as day who you are, what you do, and how you can help people, make it clear so that when people go to your profile, they know what kind of content they're going to be expecting from you. I already know that I am not the coach, I am not the mentor for everybody, because I'm gonna tell you the truth about yourself. And believe it or not, most people do not want to hear the truth because most people are not really looking to fix their life. They're just looking for somebody to listen to them complain. And I'm not here for that because that doesn't get you anywhere. I'm here to help you fix it. But the only way we can fix it is if we change. Anything that is not giving you the results that you want in your life, you have the power to fix it. But you make the choice not to. You make a choice to keep doing what you're doing. If you are struggling with live shyness and camera shyness, then fix it. I already told you how. Just start doing it consistently, because anything that you do over and over again, you naturally get better at. You just choose not to. Some of you guys have been on this live already and you still haven't done it. That's a choice that you make every day. If you are struggling with confidence, then fix it. I already told you how. Start keeping the promises that you make to yourself. If you told yourself you were going to post content, then post it. If you told yourself you were going to start your business, then start it. If you told yourself you were going to lose weight, then lose it. But every day you choose not to. A lot of times, we live in a trapped mindset. And we've been living in this trapped mindset for so long that you don't even realize that you're living in one. I used to live in a trapped mindset too. I used to really believe I was trapped at that job. I was never trapped at that job. But I allowed myself to believe that, because the moment you stop allowing yourself to feel trapped, see, things could change. But the problem is, you love to stay in your comfort zone. You choose familiarity over growth. I could have left that job before I did. I could have just got some part-time jobs until I found another full-time job. But if I did that, I would have to work weekends. Oh no. Why would I want to work weekends? If I did that, I might have to work nights or overnight. No, I can't give up my 9 to 5. No. Exactly. I didn't want to leave my comfort zone, no matter how miserable it was making me. I could have moved back home. But if I do that, then I won't have my own apartment anymore. No. I didn't want to leave my comfort zone, even though it was making me miserable. I could have just let the bank repossess the car that I couldn't afford and fix my credit later. But then if I did that, I would have to give up my charger. No. I can't give up my charger, not my brand new charger. No. I didn't want to leave my comfort zone, even though my comfort zone was making me miserable. I was never trapped at that job. So instead of fixing it, I made excuses, I procrastinated, I threw pity parties for myself. I was venting and complaining and doing all of the things except the one thing that would have changed my life forever, which was leave. I was never trapped at that job. Some of y'all think that the reason why you can't fix it is because you just don't have enough information. And so you have convinced yourself that if you just watch more YouTube videos and watch more TikTok lives, and you'll have more information, and then you'll have what you need to fix it later. You are not lacking information. No, you're not. You have more information than you even know what to do with. You have watched all the YouTube videos. You have watched all of the lives. You have already archived all of the videos. You know what to do. You're just not doing it. Your problem is not lack of information. Your problem is lack of implementation, meaning you don't execute shit. You don't execute anything, which is why I made the key word of this live, execution, because you're not doing that. You are the woman who loves to waste her time on things that don't even improve your life. You are the woman who makes excuse after excuse as to why it can't get done. You are the woman who loves to throw pity parties for herself. She loves to complain and vent to anyone who will listen. You are the woman who procrastinates and tells herself what she's not good at. That is going to have to change. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, year after year, and expecting different results. That isn't working. What you're doing isn't working. I don't have to convince you of that. You can see it for yourself in your own life. The content is not contenting. The sales are not salesing. The business is not businessing. The confidence is -50 and the self-respect is out the door. You talk to yourself crazy and you allow other people to talk to you even crazier. That is not working. You gotta fix it. You gotta fix it. Who you are today does not align with who you're trying to become. You want to become that version of yourself who is confident, who loves herself, who lives life on her terms, who's running her business and not caring what people think about her, who gets to wake up every day doing what she loves, who has standards and boundaries for her life, who knows how to put herself first without feeling bad. That version of you, she's already within you. However, the problem is she is buried under the fear and the limiting beliefs and the procrastination that she refused to let go of. And until you change who you are today, you will never become that version. You are holding yourself back. You are getting in your own way. You have to change. You have to change. The problem is, we have become entitled as a society. A lot of times people think only children are entitled. No. Adults are very entitled too. And you are entitled. And you believe that you have all the time in the world to fix it. But my question for you is, how do you know that you'll be here 6 months from now? Who told you that you'll be here in 5 years? How do you know that? I'm just curious. Because last time I checked, tomorrow is not guaranteed. And instead of you living every day that you have to the fullest and living life on your terms, you choose to waste the precious time that you have been blessed with, doing things and being around people who are not even improving you. Time is your most valuable asset. It is not money. You can always make money again. You will never get your time back. All of the years that you have wasted living in fear and procrastinating and people pleasing and putting yourself last is gone. And you will never get it back. You will never get it back. You are getting older, not younger. And you will never be this age that you are in this moment again. Time is your most valuable asset. And I don't have to convince you of this because you can see this in your own life. How many times a day do you look at the clock and say to yourself, wow, I cannot believe it is 8:33 a.m. Wow, I cannot believe it is February 1st, 2026. Wow, I cannot believe I am 35 years old, or insert your age there. If you're anything like me, you do that all day. So you already see for yourself how quickly time is moving. And even though you see that for yourself, you still make the choice to waste the precious time that you have on people who do not value you, on not putting yourself first, by continuously procrastinating and making excuses and feeling sorry with the life that you live, instead of just fixing it. And my question for you still remains, how much longer are we going to keep doing that? Because it's not getting us anywhere. We are going to have to change. You gotta change. And look, I am not perfect at all. The version of me that you see today is a reflection of all of the changes that I have made. One of the toughest lessons I learned, this is tough, so brace yourself. Your life and the direction that it's going in, whether it's going great or not so great, is a direct reflection of the choices you make. For those of you guys who are struggling financially, your finances are a direct reflection of the choices that you make. Now, some of y'all, your ego is going to try to protect you and say, no. Jazz, I've done the math. I don't make enough. How can I get ahead when food prices are as high as they are? I don't make enough. Your finances are still a direct reflection of the choices you make. And I'll tell you why. Ladies, times have been hard. This did not happen last week. Food prices, rent prices, gas prices have been on the rise for years. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You could have launched your ebook 6 months ago. You would be making sales today. You could have started that YouTube channel 4 months ago. It could be monetized today. You could have started your TikTok last month. You would be building your community today. And what did we say? Our community are the people who buy our products. But every day, you choose to do nothing about it. You choose to complain. You choose to vent to anyone who will listen. You choose to throw pity parties. You choose to make excuses and procrastinate and tell yourself what you can't do before you even tried. You choose to do all of the things except the one thing that will change your entire life, which is start. How much longer? How much longer? Look, I'm not perfect. I've had to make a lot of changes. Who I am today is nothing like who I used to be. Complete 180. I lost 100 pounds. And I just did it the old-fashioned way. Eating less, moving more. And I had knew for years that I needed to lose 100 pounds. That wasn't new, but I always made excuses. I said to myself, the reason I can't lose weight is because I have thyroid issues. I know you've heard people say that before. I used to say that too. I have thyroid issues and I still lost 100 pounds. How? Because I finally decided to execute. I finally decided to stop making excuses. And I used to be the queen of excuses. I had an excuse for everything. Always an excuse. I used to procrastinate. Yes. My motto was, why do today what I can put off till tomorrow? In other words, I'll just start later. But later never came. I used to live in fear. Yes, I was so afraid of the unknown. I used to be my biggest bully. I know a lot of y'all can relate to that. The things I used to say to myself was absolutely disgusting. I used to call myself stupid on an hourly basis. Let me ask you, how the hell was I going to be able to run a successful business when I keep calling myself stupid? I couldn't. That had to change. Ladies, the way you speak to yourself determines how you show up for yourself. So when you speak to yourself like you ain't got no sense, you're not going to do anything great at all. Some of y'all think it's okay to talk to yourself the way you talk to yourself and then make jokes about it to other people, and then you wonder why people talk to you crazy. Look at how you talk to yourself. The things you got going on in your internal world always reflects the external. If you have people in your life who disrespect you, that's because you disrespect yourself. Let's just be real. If you have chaos going on in your mind, I know for a fact you got chaos going on in real life. I don't even have to know you to know that. The things we say to ourselves has got to be fixed because it doesn't even make any sense. Stop talking to yourself like you ain't got no sense. Stop. One of the biggest distractions that I struggled with in my own journey was alcohol abuse. And I told you I started that horrible, toxic habit when I had that toxic job. And you would have thought that once I quit the job, it would have just went away. Ladies, your problems do not just go away. They actually get worse until you fix them. See, at least when I was at work, I couldn't be drunk for 8 hours because I had to work. Well, I quit my job during COVID. Everything is shut down. I have nothing but time to distract. So I took full advantage. And look, I just quit my job on a whim, okay? I didn't have any money saved up. I had just bought a house, by the way. I had only been in the house for about 6 months before I quit, but I was fed up. I had been there for 6 years. I was turning 30 in a few months, and I was like, I'm not taking this crap into my 30s. You get fed up. So I just quit. Put in my 2-week notice, and I was out the door. And I believe God told me the time to quit was at that time, so I listened. I did it. And see, my plan was I was gonna live off of my stimulus for a few months, and then my business would take over from there. Now, I don't have any kids, okay? So I didn't have that much stimulus in the first place. I only had about $2,000 to my name, and the mortgage was $1,900, so that wasn't gonna get me far. But I just assumed that everything would just kind of work itself out. It's gonna be okay. I got this. So I'm at home, watching the YouTube videos, watching the lives, just trying to make it all make sense. Content creation, digital products, and monetizations. But it's not working. I'm not getting any views, and no one's buying my stuff. The worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. Don't you ever forget that. And I was lying to myself because I was telling myself that I'm being productive and doing all the things that I can, when in fact I wasn't, because I was always drunk. I was not posting consistently. I was not live. I was not building multiple platforms. I was wasting my time. But see, I had ego, and I couldn't say it's my fault. It's never Jasmine's fault. What? How in the world would it ever be my fault? No, it's YouTube. YouTube doesn't like me. YouTube's not pushing my content. It's Instagram. Instagram doesn't like me. How can I get views? How can I get sales if it's not showing my content to anybody? Then I'm getting mad at God. Yeah, I'm getting mad at God because I'm getting pissed off and frustrated because I'm not making sales and I'm running out of money. I had already made a payment arrangement with my lights. Lights been past due. If I don't pay the bill at the time frame in which we set, there's no more arrangements. They're gonna cut my lights off. I already missed one mortgage payment. If I miss another, they're gonna start trying to foreclose on a house I haven't even been in for a whole year. I am stressed and I am pissed. I didn't want to admit to myself that I'm the reason why. I didn't want to say that I have a drinking problem. Who wants to say they're an alcoholic? I felt embarrassed and shame. I felt guilty. I couldn't say that out loud. So I just continued to lie to myself some more. I convinced myself that as long as I don't drink before 11 a.m., I'm not an alcoholic. Because see, in my mind, alcoholics, they start their day with alcohol. So as long as I wait till 11 a.m., even though I drink all day, every day, I'm not an alcoholic. So we have nothing to talk about. There's no problem. What? Listen, the worst lies are the lies you tell yourself. But you get to a point where you can't keep running from you. Eventually, you're gonna hit a brick wall. And eventually, God is gonna force you to listen. I believe God is within you. Okay, so I have God within me, you have God within you. He's within us. So those ideas that you get, that's God talking to you, telling you, try this, let's do this. Those are seeds that he plants. That gut feeling, that intuition that you feel, that's God trying to warn you of something. But what I've noticed, most of the time, we don't really want to listen to God at all. No, we don't. Actions speak louder than words. See, people say they do. It sounds good in conversation, it sounds good on paper, but what do your actions say? Because if you truly wanted to listen to God, let me ask you, how many ideas did he give you last year that you didn't even try? You didn't want to listen. If that's not true, let me ask you, how many times have you gone against your gut feeling just to find out later you were right? You didn't want to listen. We never want to listen. So we actually distract ourselves to avoid listening. But eventually, he's going to make you listen. I'll never forget. I was sitting on my bed. I was down and out. It's like, they're about to take my house, God. Like, I'm about to lose my house. And he said, Jazz, what are you doing? You have been begging me for a business for years, which is true. I have been. He said, the opportunity is right here in front of you, but you're wasting it. So what are we gonna do? Are you gonna keep doing what you've been doing, or are we going to fix it? Are we going to change? I decided to fix it. I decided to change. I decided to stop drinking. I haven't had a drink in almost 5 years. I will never touch alcohol again. And since I decided to change, my whole life began to change. I started posting consistently because I was no longer drunk. I started going live. My platforms started growing. I started making sales. All because I decided to change. I started to feel good about myself for the first time in my entire life. I started saying nice things to myself, like, Jazz, you're amazing. Jazz, I'm so proud of you. That's literally how I was talking to myself. I never used to talk to myself like that. I started to have confidence in myself. All because I decided to change. See, what I didn't realize back then, and what a lot of people don't realize now, is in order to get something, you gotta give something up. In order to get something, you're going to have to give up something. You can't have both. In order for me to get the business that I had been begging God for years, I had to give up excuses. I had to give up procrastination. I had to give up negative self-talk. I had to give up fear. I had to give up distractions. I had to give up alcohol. But when I gave those things up, God opened the floodgates of heaven for me. God gave me everything I asked for and more. All because I decided to change. See, I had just asked God to help me make $60K a year. And I even started negotiating that because I was trying to replace my job income. And I started negotiating that. I said, Lord, if you can help me make 45K, I'll cut the cable off. Just help me get out of this job, please. God gave me 6 figures. I asked God for 10K Instagram followers. I thought that'd be pretty cool. I don't even know 10 people. God gave me 100,000 Instagram followers. I asked God for 5K YouTube subscribers. I don't know. God gave me 30,000 YouTube subscribers. I asked God for just a little bit of confidence so I could stop crying all the time and feeling bad about my life. God gave me a lot of confidence. There's nothing I don't think I can't do. I can't even remember the last time I cried. All because I decided to change. See, the woman I was back then, she didn't align with who I was trying to become. The version of me that's confident, who loves herself, who has standards and boundaries for her life, who knows how to put herself first and not care what people think. The version of me who's posting and running her business and living unapologetically. This version of me, I was always in there, okay? I was always in there. But I was buried under the fear, the limiting beliefs, the lack of self-respect, the lack of confidence. And until I changed who I was never going to become this version of me. You are going to have to change. We delay our own blessings. It's you delaying the blessings. See, God already has your blessings for you. He designed you for them, and He is ready to give you everything. But the problem is, He also gives us free will, which means you can do whatever the hell you want to do. Knock yourself out. But He will not give you your blessings until you listen, until you become obedient. So if you want to drag it out 5 more years, He'll let you. You want to drag it out 20 more years, He'll let you. Some people never get their blessings because they refuse to change. But once you change, He will give you everything your heart desired. And maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. Maybe change is hard. Fine. Maybe it is. Okay. But crying every day because you're unhappy with the way your life is going right now is hard. I've been there. I've done that. I know. Not even believing that you're worthy of happiness and success and wealth is hard. I have been there. I have done that. I know. Going to a job that drains your spirit every single day is hard. I have been there. I have done that. I know. I've lived both hards. And I will always choose this one because at least this hard comes with peace. This hard comes with purpose. This hard comes with freedom. This hard comes with confidence. This hard comes with income. Ladies, you can do anything you want. If you even thought the thoughts, that's because you can. God wouldn't plant ideas in your head. He wouldn't plant seeds in environments that cannot harvest them. But you are going to have to change because you are holding yourself back. For those of you guys who want to change, I want to help you. Now, I can't help people who don't want it. I'm not going to try. If you are 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, then fine. Keep doing what you're doing. If you like it, I love it. If it's not broke, don't fix it. But if you're not 1000% happy with your life and the direction it's going in, and you want to change, I want to help you. See, inside Glow Up Academy, I'm going to teach you how to run your online business. Anything and everything that you want to do is in there. You want to monetize your platforms and get paid for views like how I do, how my students do? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. You want to monetize your YouTube, your Instagram, your TikTok? Fine. All of my platforms are monetized. I'll teach you. It's in there. You want to sell an ebook, or maybe you want to sell an e-course, or you want to do a private community? Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. Maybe you want to sell on TikTok Live, like how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do. Fine, I'll teach you. It's all inside Glow Up Academy. There's no gatekeeping. Whatever your vision is, You and I will build it together. But not only am I going to teach you how to build your online business inside of Glow Up Academy, I'm also going to teach you how to build yourself. Ladies, the things that we have going on in our pretty heads is what's keeping us stuck. Together, you and I will build your confidence so that you can finally believe that you're worthy of success. Together, you and I will build your discipline so that you actually do it, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Together, you and I will build your consistency so that your business, the results that you want, actually happen. Together, you and I are going to build your standards for your life. We're going to build your non-negotiables. We're going to build your boundaries so that you no longer feel guilty about doing something for yourself. Glow Up Academy is the space where not only do you build your online business, but together you and I build you so that you can stop getting in your own way and so that you can finally become the woman who actually follows through. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, year after year, and expecting different results. Let today be the day that you and I build your dream life, build your dream version together, all inside Glow Up Academy. Now, before I let you join, there's a couple of things. Number one, I only let 10 people in at a time because believe it or not everybody has the same path. Some people have a product, no audience. Some people have an audience, but no product. Some people have a million ideas, but we gotta lock in on one. I told you guys earlier, money flows where energy goes. Some of you guys have 50 ideas you're working on all at once, but nothing's getting done because you're spreading yourself too thin. Together, you and I will pick your most favorite idea. We will build that, and then once that one is flourishing, we'll reach into the pile and build another. Some of you guys have no clue what you want to do, and we'll figure it out together. And some of you guys don't want to start a business right now. You have other goals that you want to reach first. Fine, we'll reach them together. No matter where you're at in your journey, I can help you. I have just noticed for myself, allowing more than 10 people to join at one time overwhelms me. And I want to make sure I'm able to mentor you and coach you the way that you deserve. So once 10 people join, I take the link down and I don't accept more until I'm ready for more. Okay? Something else too, I'm gonna set a timer for 10 minutes because I only want to help people who want it. I can't force change upon people who don't. Women who want it, they move, okay? I'm gonna set a 10-minute timer. Don't overthink, just move. If you're still here, that's because you already know I can help you. You feel it deep down inside. So stop overthinking, stop having OCD, and just move so that you can finally build the life that you want, okay? One last thing, Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So once you're in forever. You and I are locked in forever. You can't escape me, okay? I'm the gift that keeps on giving. So because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access, you will always and forever have access to everything that's inside and everything that I add to it every single month. You will always have access to our live coaching calls. Yes, we go live. You will always have access to our Sunday resets. You will have access to ask me any questions that you have. You will always have access. You're in forever, okay? Now, Glow Up Academy is $5.97 lifetime access, and women join every day. The word is getting out. However, because you guys were here, you were present, you took notes, you asked questions, and most importantly, you promised me you were gonna execute. I'm gonna take the price down, and I will keep the price down for 10 minutes. But once that timer goes off, I will take the price right back up to $5.97, and it is worth every penny of it, okay? And women join at that price. So when the timer sets or starts, just move. Stop overthinking, okay? Get in while you fit in, all right? Now, you can use Afterpay or Klarna to break that payment up and still get into lifetime access at the lower cost. But once the price goes up, it's up, okay? For the next 10 minutes, Glow Up Academy will be $249. So just move, just move. I also want you guys to make sure that once you join, you let me know that you received your emails, okay? So let's walk into it. I'm gonna show TikTok how to do it first, and then I'm gonna show YouTube. YouTube, your instructions are a little bit different. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, okay, 1 second. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice, right here. Now this TikTok, y'all are on my main account. This is my backup. So the profile does not look like this. However, the links are still the same, okay? You guys are gonna click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here at the top. And you're gonna click on this red button that says open. And then you're gonna click on this top button right here that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. It is marked down to 249. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. Ladies, the email address you put in is where it's going, okay? So please quadruple check that. Sometimes the autocorrect gets you, all right? If you don't get an email within 30 seconds from Stan, the email was misspelt, but no worries, we'll take care of it right here on live so that you get where you're supposed to be at, okay? Okay. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna, and then click on this blue button right here that says Start My Glow Up. Give it about 30 seconds, and then you should see that email from Stan. All right. If you do not see that, I need you to let me know whether you got it or not. I need you to let me know so we can fix it. Okay? Because I don't know what your email address is supposed to be. That's why I want to take care of everything right here on live. All right. Click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on the red button again. And then click this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. YouTube, in order for y'all to log in, a little bit different. You're gonna leave the live. You're gonna come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ right here in my bio. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through. Same thing. Scroll down. Feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name, quadruple check your email address. You can use Afterpay or Klarna to break it up, and then click Start My Glow Up, okay? Now, I'm gonna go ahead and set the timer. You guys, please do not leave my live until you have confirmed to me that you received your emails. That is the rule of this live, and y'all already know, because I see y'all joining, but only 2 people had told me they got their email. Where is everybody else at? Now, once you're inside, I need to know what's working for you and what's not. I want to know what have you tried. I want to know everything about you. I need you to make sure you respond to my message, okay? There is a message button right here, an inbox button. You will see a number with a 1 and it'll be red. Before you go to bed tonight, I know sometimes you guys try to join real quick and then you come back. Before you go to bed, I need you to respond to my message so I can start helping you. I don't know what I'm helping you change if you don't tell me, okay? I want to know what you're struggling with. What are your ideas? What have you tried? I need to know everything, because the more I know, the more I'm able to help you and mentor you, okay? So please make sure you respond to my message. Don't leave me on red. I respond to all of my students, okay? So I need to know what's going on. All right. I'm going to go ahead and start adding people. So the first email comes from Stan. The second email you're getting comes from me. It says Jasmine Spencer. That is me. The reason why you're getting that second email is because Glow Up Academy is lifetime access. So I need you to click on the link that says join and confirm to me that you see everything, okay? So that's why I need to know you guys got your emails. All right, let me start sending them out now. And for my ladies who are on the fence, you're overthinking because you're still here. So you already know I can help you. You're just overthinking whether or not you're done venting. Are you the woman who actually wants to change her life, or are you the woman who just wants someone to listen to it? There's 2 types of people in this world. Okay, Corey, can you check your email for me and confirm that you received everything? Christina, can you check your email for me and confirm you received everything? She joined earlier, so she's probably not even on here. Alexandra, I don't think Alex is on here. Okay. Hold on. Abby, can you check your email for me, please? Is Alex still on here? Alexandra? I think she left. Okay. I think I did see her say she got her email when she joined. Okay. I'm waiting on 3 ladies to confirm they received their email. I'm waiting on 3 ladies to confirm they received their email. I believe in my infinite potential. I believe in my infinite potential. Do you though? Do you? I hope you do. But some of y'all don't. I can't make this up. The things we got going on in our pretty head is what holds us back. And if you don't believe in your infinite potential, that's why you're always giving up on yourself, because deep down inside, subconsciously, you don't even believe you're worthy of success. This is a confidence thing. The way you feel about yourself determines how you show up for yourself. And the reason you feel the way you feel about yourself is because you never do anything for yourself. You can keep living that life or you can change it. Some people don't want to change it. Some people just want to complain to whoever's willing to listen. And they have no intention of changing anything. I'm not here for that. I'm going to listen, but then we're going to fix it. I can't make this up. Okay, let me check for you. Yes, I see it. I'm sending yours now. Can you check your email for me and let me know you got that second email from Jasmine Spencer? Things won't get better until you think better. Things won't get better until you think better. Until you think better. This is why I spend so much time on confidence, setting our non-negotiables, setting our standards for our life. This is the reason why I do that, because I can't make this up. I can't make it up. I cannot. Yes, I'll show you again. TikTok, in order for you guys to lock in, you're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. Come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. Yes, absolutely. 1 second. You're gonna click on this red button that says open. And you're gonna click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. Absolutely. Let me pull it up. Okay, so once you guys are inside of Glow Up Academy, I want you guys to click on this classroom tab here. Okay, and I want you guys to start where it says Start Here, Welcome and Orientation. Now, every single day for 7 days, I have a small homework assignment for you to do. And there's a reason why I teach the way I teach, because I want us to start building proof within ourselves that not only can we start something, but we can finish it, okay? The reason why we lack confidence is because we never follow through. We start and give up. Every single day, we have a small assignment that's gonna get us closer to our goals, and you're supposed to be checking in with me, because I wanna make sure you're getting it done. Accountability 101. All right. Now, once you finish that, the beauty of Glow Up Academy is you choose your path. Everybody's path is different. If you're ready to start building your business and you want to start creating your ebook, I want you to go to the Business Building Vault. I walk you guys through how to use Canva, specifically for those people who have no clue on what they're doing. I also walk you guys through how to create your ebook and use ChatGPT to create the prompts and to price it, okay? I also walk you guys through how to upload it to your hosting site. Everything is shared on my screen. Maybe you already have a product, but you're struggling to make sales. I want you to go to the Marketing Mastery Vault. I walk you guys through how to create content that gets people to actually click on the link. Some of you guys are struggling because no one's clicking on the link, because you don't know what to say, you don't know how to grab their attention, and you don't know how to get them to watch the video all the way through and why they should believe that you know how to help them with their problems, okay? So the Marketing Mastery Vault. Now, maybe you want to focus more on your mindset. You don't have boundaries. You people please. You don't respect yourself. You don't have confidence. I want you to start in the Motivation Vault, okay? We're going to rebuild everything that's going on in here. Maybe you want to pour into yourself this year. You never put yourself first, and you want to focus on self-care. I want you to go to the Self-Care Vault, all right? Now, maybe you want to grow your Instagram. Go to the Instagram Vault. If you want to grow your YouTube, go to the YouTube Vault. If you want to grow your TikTok and sell on TikTok Live, how I do, how my students do, how thousands of other creators do, go to the TikTok Vault, okay? If you want to be a faceless creator, go to the Faceless Vault. So that's the beauty of Glow Up Academy, is you choose the path that's best for you, and I'm with you every single step of the way. You guys can always ask me questions. You guys always have access to our live coaching calls and to our Sunday resets, which are our book clubs, okay? Right now we're reading Atomic Habits. So you always have access to everything, all right? Okay, let me check and make sure I got you. I don't see that name. You guys, if you clicked on the website, but then you clicked off and then you come back, you have to refresh the screen. If you don't, because if you don't, they're trying to avoid scams and frauds. Okay, so you have to make sure you refresh the screen or it's not gonna go through. Like I said, if you don't receive that email from Stan within 30 seconds, that's because something was misspelt. Something was misspelled. That's why I'm telling you guys, do not leave my live until you confirm to me that you received my email. I am still waiting on 4 people to confirm they got their email. I know Alex, I think she did send me, she said that earlier when I was talking. I'm still waiting on 4 people. Y'all know how we do. I like peace in my life. I like to know everybody is where they're supposed to be. I don't know what your email is. So I'm telling you, most of the time it's an autocorrect. You spell Gmail, I don't even know. It just gets you. So that's why I'm telling y'all to check and also to confirm to me, because if it was misspelled, I will fix it right here. Okay. All right, yes. Refresh your screen and then try again for me. We have a few more minutes and we're closing it out. No, we already did that one. My struggles don't define me. My struggles don't define me. Absolutely. And then my next question is, what are we going to do to fix it? We can't keep talking about the problems. We got to have a solution. I'm a solution-based coach. Jam. I'm a solution-based coach. And I promise you, every excuse you think you have, I know I have a solution for it. Try me. Try me. Exactly. I am deserving of every bit of love, joy, and positivity that comes my way. I am deserving of every bit of joy, love, and positivity that comes my way. I hope you believe that. I really do. And for my ladies who are on the fence, one second. Yes, I see you now. I'm sending it right now. Shauna, can you check your email for me, please? Okay. And check your email for me, too. Okay, you should be good. One thing I know is this. The reason why you're here is because I was able to speak something. Oh, that was our timer. The reason why you're here is because I was able to speak something to you. I was able to connect with you in a way you haven't been connected with. But what I know is this. Once I end this live, my voice will start to fade and life will continue to move on. And you will slowly start to fall back into your old ways. Don't let this be. Don't let it be like this. There is a solution to the problems that you have. The reason why you keep starting and stopping. But the beauty is it can be fixed. You do not have to walk this path alone. I am with you every single step of the way. But you do have to take the first step and join me. Okay? And then let me help you all the way through. All right? Okay. That was our timer. I still see 3 people on my site. If you were about to enroll, tell me now. I'll wait a few more seconds. If not, I'm taking the price up. For those of you guys who joined, I'm hopping in now. You guys will be seeing a message from me in the next like 3 to 5 minutes. I gotta go to the bathroom first, and I'm gonna start asking y'all what's been going on, all the things. So please, before you go to bed tonight, I need you to respond. Do not leave me on red. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Also, make sure you follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos. They make fake accounts, and they're gonna turn around and message you. So please do not get hoodwinked, finessed, or bamboozled on these TikTok streets. She said, you're taking my star. Come on. She said, I'm taking her Starbucks money. What is Starbucks doing for you? Girl, what is Starbucks doing for you? Stop playing. Okay, I'll give you a few more seconds. Make sure you guys follow me so you don't lose me. They do steal my videos and they turn around and make fake accounts. And then they're gonna message you, so don't do it. I'm gonna give you like 2 more minutes and we're closing it out. We'll do another affirmation. I take action towards my goals every day. I take action towards my goals every day. Every single day we need to do something towards the goal. And it doesn't have to be 10 hours worth of something. It could be 20 minutes. And do not you dare tell me you ain't got 20 minutes because you sat on this live for how long? 170 minutes. Some of y'all have been seen before. So you had plenty of minutes to be working on the goal. But you are in the loop of watching. You are in the loop of watching. But inside Glow Up Academy, you get in the loop of action. A dream house does not fall into your lap. Just like that paycheck don't just fall into your account. You have to show up at the job and do the job. Yes, you do. Your business is no different. You have to show up and do the business. But the beauty of Glow Up Academy is I help you figure out when you're gonna do it. Okay. All right, let me check. Give me 1 second. Yes, I see you. Okay, you got the email from Stan. I'm sending you the invite link now. Okay. All right, check for that second email, Jasmine by Jasmine Spencer. It's gonna say Jasmine Spencer on it. Yes, I got you. You're gonna click on my profile picture up at the top twice. You're gonna come to my profile, click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ, and then click on this red button right here that says open. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access, okay? In YouTube, one more time for you guys. We have 3 slots left. You're gonna leave my live, then you have to come to my YouTube channel and click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click on this top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through is marked down to 249. Scroll down, feel free to read my reviews, I don't mind. Enter your name and quadruple check your email address. And then make sure you guys click Start My Glow Up. And like I said, within 30 seconds, well, it's really under 30 seconds, but just give it up to 30 seconds. You should see that initial email from Stan. Alex, you're back. I was wondering, did you get your email? Because I know you purchased earlier when I was talking. I'll wait a few more seconds for that. Y'all know I don't like any of these lives without y'all confirming that you got your emails. Y'all know this. Y'all know how we roll. I'll give you guys a few more seconds. Okay, yes, check for me, please, because you're one of the people I was waiting on. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. I trust that life has beauty even in difficult moments. I've noticed for myself, I actually follow through more when I'm in difficult moments. Because it's like I said earlier, you hit a brick wall and it's like you have no way to go but to keep moving, but into a different direction. Because the wall that you've hit, there's no more path there. Like you have outgrown that part of your life. It's over. And now you are forced to enter into a new chapter. But the chapter that you're entering into, that's where the growth is. That's actually what you've been praying for. But some of y'all will just sit right there at that wall and you'll just stare at it. You'll just stare at it. Knowing there's no more way to go, you will just stay right there. Because you refuse to walk that new path. So every day you live upset, you're frustrated, you're irritated, you're annoyed because you refuse to just walk the new path. But I can't make this up. That's where the beauty is. That is where the beauty is. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Hold on, I got another one. Okay. Lori, can you check your email for me? Lori, can you check your... Okay, perfect, Lori. Can you check your email for me and confirm you got everything? Shauna, I'm still waiting on you. Alex, I see you joined. You're inside. Chris, I see you're inside. Oh, no, I do see Shauna. Never mind. I see you, Shauna. I see you're inside. I'm waiting on 3 more people. I actually want you guys to actually join, so I know where you're supposed to be. Okay, perfect. I want to make sure you are where you're supposed to be. That's why I don't like to get off, so I know everybody's where they're supposed to be. Y'all know how we roll. Some of y'all are not new to this live. I am confident in my abilities. I am confident in my abilities. And if you're not, you better start. How do we become more confident? Keeping the promises that we made to ourselves. How many more times I gotta tell you? If you told yourself you were going to work on the ebook today, then that's what I expect you to do. And a lot of times, something else I've noticed too, a lot of times we are not self-aware. So we try to do habits and routines that don't even align with who we are, okay? I used to struggle with this. I am a morning person. I am a certified early bird, okay? The earlier the better. But for the longest time, I was trying to fight that. I was trying to be this night owl, get everything done at night. And I kept not getting stuff done because I just don't function at night. After 8 o'clock at night, it's a wrap. It's over. It's not gonna happen. But I refused to just switch it up until I was like, you know what? Doing all my work at night is not working. Let me try something different. So I started doing all of my work first thing in the morning. When I tell you I became consistent and disciplined and followed through, all because I had self-awareness and I realized what I was doing was not working. Decided to do something just a little bit different as far as the time of day in which I got the stuff done. It actually got done. One thing I make my students do is you're gonna sit here and tell me what time of the day are we gonna work on X, Y, and Z. It's not a range. Oh, well, in the afternoon, what time? What time? After my kids go to sleep, okay, what time is that? I need to know what time, because that's the standard. What time are the children in bed? Okay, so we're gonna write down. You are going to work on your business or whatever the goal is from 8 p.m. to 8:45 p.m., whatever it is. That's the goal, and you're sticking to it. No ifs, ands, or buts. I want you to move like it's your job. That's how we rewrite the script. That is how we rewrite the script. Lori, are you inside? I don't see you inside yet. Yeah. You have to leave the live. You can come to my channel and then click where it says Glow Up Lounge HQ. And then click the top button that says Glow Up Academy Lifetime Access. And then here we are. Become the woman who actually follows through, okay? And TikTok, for some reason my email is already in your system. I sent you the email. Did you get the email from Jasmine Spencer? Let me show you. You should see this email that says Jasmine Spencer. It looks like this. It says, Jasmine Spencer invited you to join Glow Up Academy. Okay. Okay, let me check. Hold on. Yes, I see you. You are in. Okay, perfect. Within a few minutes, you'll be receiving an email, a message from me inside. You guys, make sure, for those of you guys who are still on here, you have a inbox icon right here. Some of y'all miss it. There's an inbox icon. You will see a message from me before you go to bed. Even if you don't respond right now, you want to think about your answer, whatever. Before you go to bed tonight, it is mandatory that you respond to me, okay? Because I can't help what I don't know. And I want to know more about you. What are you struggling with? Is it coming up with ideas, being consistent, figuring out when to fit in time? Whatever it is, I need to know because we're going to fix it, okay? All right. Very good. Thank y'all so much for hanging out with me again. Make sure y'all follow me if you haven't already. For those of y'all who joined Glow Up Academy, I'm hopping in now. For those of you guys who didn't, keep doing what you're doing. That was a choice that you made, okay? All right. Have an amazing Sunday, you guys. Bye, TikTok number 2. And bye, you.